Oh, good Lord. Time does fly. It certainly does fly. Still got files over which to pour. I promised someone here locally a huge photo dump of pictures I took around town. I don't want any compensation. I just want credit. Well, that said, here we go. I'm not thinking of anything in particular. I'm just kind of tired. Running around like a rat to and fro looking for a job. Well, I've got applications standing. And anyway, I thought about this movie, Stanley Kubrick's first film, Dr. Strangelove, or How I Learned to Stop Worrying and Love the Bomb. Well, I was thinking about this movie. I've seen it recently. And what was it? Something was getting me. Now, the thing with literature and fine arts and humanities is you can take this stuff the wrong way, even if you like it. And you can run with it and just, I don't know, talk about it, ask if you've seen it, blah, blah, blah. Basically run people crazy. Like a kid, you know. But anyway, I got to thinking, do I like General Ripper more, or do I like Major Kong more? I think I would have to go with Major Kong. I'll tell you why. Major Kong was a man doing his duty. I'd like to tell you, first of all, in no way am I endorsing, am I stating anything, any intentions, overtly or covertly, veiled? No, I don't have any intentions of anything, and I'm gonna tell you something. I got my, I look good. That was a little bit too high up. I'm not gonna redo this video. So here's the deal. Major Kong was the good guy. General Ripper's the baddie. He calls General Mandrake and has the base placed on condition red. This is the beginning of the movie. He basically starts World War III single-handedly, and in the beginning, there is a disclaimer, a preamble, if you will, of the film. It says it is the stated position of the United States Air Force that there are safeguards in place. This is, I would say, impossible to well nigh impossible. But he sets in motion a chain of events. And basically he kills himself. But they do find the code in time to recall all of the bombers except one. Major Kong went double duty, and he set a prefix that if the they did not have General Mandrake's code, if they didn't have General Ripper's code, then their radio comm would be blocked. It would be disregarded. This was done to prevent impersonators from calling him back and compromising the strike, the mission. So he's like, well, if they don't know the prefix, then I don't know them. So he blocks any attempt to reach him until they get the right code. And I will tell you, well, by then it was a little too late. He'd already made his mind up. I'm not gonna wash my face. So that's it. Basically, he would not have, if he had not been in that position, then these actions wouldn't have been taken. And unfortunately, it is a sad reality that not any one person gets to make all the decision. Sometimes it's a good thing. Sometimes it's not such a good thing. When people over your head, or people that would think themselves better than you, perhaps a neighbor, makes a decision to basically ruin your life, and you're put in a position you would not have otherwise been, what do? Well, I go with Jesus. Trouble will come regardless of whether you find yourself in my circumstances. And I think I'm doing quite well for myself, at least under the circumstances. I'm a survivor, no doubt. But it's Major Kong. I think he's a good guy, and he wouldn't have done what he did had it not been for whatever reason General Ripper decided to do what he did. Again, this is all fiction. This is allegory. It's a metaphor for life, frustrations and such. Shouldn't be taken as anything more, really. It's an abstract. Think about it. Has anything in your life gone sideways because of the actions of someone else? I mean, twisted, horrible, and you've held on? You haven't done anything stupid? You don't intend to? But you don't know why they persist. Why wouldn't they just move on? That's not right. It doesn't make any sense. Especially if you leave the state, you're gone, right? This isn't right. This isn't right, friends. This isn't right. I don't know. One day at a time. One day at a time. I've got my friends. I've got Jesus. I lost my wife. This time, well, I feel very happy right now. I'm very contented. I've got a lot on my mind, though. I may be sick. Sick. I've lost 10 pounds. So far, tests don't find anything. There may not be anything wrong with me. Is it all in my head? Please. How come I can't run like I used to? Everything I do, every time I turn around, when I'm getting stricken in years, every time I turn around, something else hurts. You don't want to try anymore, especially when you've been dismissed, really, for no good cause. My last 2 jobs, I don't know what's going on. I've held the fort for 2 years. I started December of 21. Made it 10 and a half months, and I go to another position elsewhere. They keep me for exactly a year plus 2 weeks. Kick me to the curb. What's going on? I expressed interest in moving up. I can't even talk to these people anymore. I mean, God bless you guys in logistics. God bless you guys in manufacturing, but I just don't know if that's my line of work. Maybe I need to go back into food. I don't know. I think I'm going to go into business for myself, to be honest. I'm too tired. I'm going to wrap this up, but anyone with an IQ over 70, maybe even 60, should be able to figure this one out. I identify a little bit with Major Kong. You know where the world is now. Go with Jesus before it's too late. I love you guys. Good night.